Welcome to a very calm reflection on the very first seats. Long ago, before chairs, there was only the ground. People sat on bare earth. They sat on stones or on fallen logs left by the forest. The act of sitting was simple. It was quiet. There was no rush, no urgency. A person could rest for as long as they wished. Imagine the stillness of those early days. The world moved slowly, so slowly. Nothing hurried, nothing pushed forward. The sun rose, the sun fell, and in between, people sat. The stone was hard, yet it was steady. The log was rough, yet it was strong. To sit was to pause. To pause was to breathe, and to breathe was enough. In this way, sitting was not just resting, it was waiting. It was passing time quietly. Sitting became a kind of silence, a silence that stretched and lingered until the world itself felt calm. This was the beginning of the seat.
The first real chairs appeared in ancient Egypt. They were simple, carved from wood. Some had backs, though many did not. The desert air was hot, the sun heavy, and still the chair waited. Archaeologists have found chairs in tombs. They were for kings and for nobles, not for everyone. Ordinary people still sat on stools or on the floor. These early chairs had straight lines. Sometimes they were painted. Sometimes they were decorated with carvings. But always they were still. They waited for the weight of someone to sit. Imagine a silent chamber, walls covered in hieroglyphs, and in the center a chair, empty, patient, ready to serve one person and no one else. In this way, the Egyptian chair became a symbol, a place of rest, a place of waiting, a place of stillness.
Across history, chairs became more than objects. They became symbols of power. A throne for a king, a seat for a ruler. While others stood or knelt, one person sat quietly above the rest. The throne was heavy, carved with detail, made to last. A person in the throne seemed greater, even if they were the same. The chair gave weight to their presence. Imagine a hall of stone, cold, echoing. The throne rests at the far end. Torches flicker, shadows stretch. The king does not move. He sits, waiting, commanding by stillness alone. A throne is only wood and stone, yet in silence it becomes something else, a symbol, a place, an idea of power. The chair remains long after the ruler is gone, patient, silent, waiting.
Not all chairs were grand. For most people, the seat was simple. A stool, 3 legs, sometimes 4, rough wood, no decoration, nothing more. The stool was light. It could be moved. It could be carried. But always it was plain. A tool for sitting, nothing more. Imagine a small cottage. The fire's low. A person sits on a stool, quietly, slowly. The stool does not change. The stool does not break. It simply waits for someone to return. The stool had no power. It was not a throne. It was not carved with symbols. It was not painted in gold. It was only wood. And yet, for the one who sat, it was enough. A place to rest. A place to pause. A place to sit. In medieval Europe, people often sat on benches, a long row of seats, simple, wooden, shared by many. In great halls, benches lined the tables. Lords ate, servants ate. All sat together in rows. The benches creaked. The room echoed, yet still, the sitting was calm. Imagine a stone hall. Torches flicker. The sound of knives on plates, slow, steady. The benches hold the weight of dozens. People talk. They laugh. But the benches remain unchanged, still, patient, waiting. A bench is not a throne. It does not belong to one. It belongs to all. And so the bench became common, not powerful, but steady, reliable, a place to sit together. A chair can be many things. Sometimes it is a place of waiting. A person sits in silence. The minutes stretch slowly. The hours pass quietly. The chair does not move. The person hardly moves. Waiting becomes sitting, and sitting becomes waiting. Imagine a hallway. The walls are empty. The floor is cold. A single chair rests against the wall. Someone arrives. They sit. They wait. They listen to the quiet hum of the room. They look at nothing. They think of nothing. Waiting has its own rhythm, slow, gentle, almost endless. The chair supports it all. The chair never hurries. It does not grow restless. It does not complain. It simply holds still, still and silent. And so the chair of waiting teaches us patience. Hours can pass, days can pass, and the chair will remain. Always the same, always ready, always waiting. In the Renaissance, chairs changed shape. They grew more decorative, more elegant, more ornate. Curves appeared. Carvings spread across the surface. Patterns told stories. Beauty was carved into wood. Yet beneath the carvings, it was still a chair, still wood, still quiet, still patient. Made for sitting, made for resting. Imagine a craftsman at work. His tools scrape slowly. The shavings fall to the ground. A chair takes shape. A back, curved. Arms, smoothed. Designs pressed carefully into the frame. It takes weeks, months, and still the chair waits to be used. In great halls, these chairs stood in lines. The wealthy sat proudly. The decorated wood gleamed. Yet for all the decoration, the chair did not change. It remained what it always was, a place to sit, a place to wait, a place to rest. The Renaissance gave chairs beauty, but it could not change their patience. A chair may hold a person, but often it is empty, waiting, quiet, patient. The empty chair has meaning. It reminds us of someone gone, someone yet to come, or perhaps no one at all. The chair waits endlessly. It does not choose. It does not demand. It simply rests. Imagine a small room. Light enters through a single window. A chair sits beneath the light, empty, still. Shadows fall across the floor. Time moves slowly. The room remains unchanged. An empty chair can feel lonely, or it can feel peaceful. It depends on the eyes that see it. For the chair, there is no difference. It is only wood. It is only stillness. And so the empty chair speaks softly, not with words, but with silence. A silence that waits and waits without end. In every home, there is a chair. In kitchens, in living rooms, in corners, where the light falls quietly. Chairs wait for us. They hold us at meals. They hold us in silence. They hold us through years. A kitchen chair grows worn. Its wood polished by use. It carries the weight of mornings and evenings, of quiet conversations, of long silences. Still, it remains patient, silent. A living room chair sits quietly in the evening. Someone rests after a long day. A book is held, but not always read. The chair feels the stillness of a body at rest. It supports, it steadies, it waits. These ordinary chairs may not be thrones. They may not be carved with symbols. They may not shine with gold. Yet they carry something greater. They carry our lives. Day after day, quietly, silently, calmly. The common chair is everywhere, and yet it is invisible. It asks for nothing. It only waits for us to sit. To sit is to repeat. We sit in the morning. We sit in the evening. We sit at work. We sit at home. Year after year, sitting continues. Quietly, patiently,
The chair does not change. It holds us again and again. It holds our weight, our pauses, our silences. The repetition continues. It stretches across time without end. Imagine a row of chairs, identical, one after the other, fading into the distance. Each one the same, each one waiting. The eye grows tired, the mind grows quiet as the pattern continues. The act of sitting is so simple, so ordinary, that we forget it is endless. Yet endless it is. And the chair is always there, always patient, always repeating. Sitting continues, quietly, silently, forever.
A chair does not speak. It does not argue. It does not complain. It only holds still. Silence surrounds it. Silence fills it. Imagine a quiet room. Nothing moves. Nothing stirs. Only a chair resting in the corner. The silence deepens. The stillness lingers. And the chair remains untouched. Silence is powerful. It stretches through time. It settles into wood. It makes the chair heavy and steady. A silence that does not end. The chair of silence is everywhere. In halls, in homes, in empty places. It waits quietly and endlessly. Silence is its language. Silence is its gift. And silence is its story. At a desk, there is a chair. It waits for us each day. We sit. We write. We read. We type. And still the chair supports us. The chair of work feels the hours, long hours, repeated hours, endless hours. Our weight presses down, our bodies shift, our hands move, but the chair stays the same. Imagine the quiet rhythm of work, paper sliding, pens scratching, keys clicking, all while the chair holds still, all while the chair waits. It does not finish the task. It does not hurry the time. It simply supports, quietly, patiently, calmly. The chair of work teaches us to endure, to remain, to sit through the hours. In a corner, there is a chair. Beside it, a small stack of books. The chair waits patiently. Someone arrives. They sit. They open a page. The quiet begins. Reading is slow. Eyes move gently. Words drift quietly through the mind. The chair supports this stillness. It steadies the body. It softens the moment. Imagine the lamplight glowing softly, a book resting on a lap, a chair holding the weight. Hours pass without sound. Only the faint rustle of paper, only the faint turn of a page.
The chair of reading is simple. It does not ask for speed. It does not ask for attention. It simply holds the reader calmly, patiently, without end. And when the book closes, the chair remains still, silent.
When people gather, there are chairs, many chairs, lined in rows, placed in circles, each one waiting. A gathering begins. People arrive. One by one, chairs are filled. Voices rise. Conversations flow. Yet the chairs remain quiet. They listen. They support. They wait. Imagine a hall filled with chairs. The sound of footsteps. The sound of movement. Then, stillness. All sit. All wait. The chairs hold them together. When the gathering ends, the chairs are empty again. Quiet. Silent. Waiting for the next time. For the next voices. For the next stillness. Chairs always gather with us and always remain. The rocking chair is different. It does not only sit still, it moves slowly, gently, back and forth, back and forth. Imagine a porch in the evening. The sun low, the air calm. A rocking chair moves quietly, back and forth, back and forth. Time slows with each motion. Breath slows with each motion. The rocking chair is patient. Its rhythm is soft. Its rhythm is endless. It soothes the body. It soothes the mind. It carries the sitter toward calm. The rocking chair does not hurry. It repeats, back and forth, until the day ends, until the night falls, until the eyes grow heavy. The rocking chair is rest itself. Not all chairs are indoors. Some rest outside, in gardens, in fields, by the sea. Outdoor chairs feel the weather. Rain falls, sun warms, wind passes. Still they remain. Still they wait. Imagine a chair beneath a tree, leaves falling gently around it, shadows moving slowly across the ground. The chair holds still, quiet, calm, patient. An outdoor chair waits for rest, for someone to sit, for someone to breathe, for someone to pause. It does not move. It does not ask. It only waits. Even when empty, it holds the air. It holds the silence. It holds the passing of time. The outdoor chair belongs to stillness itself.
In every home, there is a guest chair. It may be simple, it may be plain, but it waits for someone else, someone not yet there. The guest chair is different. It does not belong to the family. It does not belong to the house. It belongs to the visitor, to the stranger, to the one who arrives. Imagine the quiet moment before a guest comes. A chair stands ready, empty, silent, patient. It holds a space. It saves a place for someone not yet present. When the guest arrives, the chair fulfills its purpose. It carries their weight. It welcomes them without words. When they leave, it returns to stillness, quiet, waiting again. The guest chair is hospitality made simple. Always ready, always waiting. In many homes, one chair belongs to the elder. It is placed carefully. It is respected. It is steady. It is strong. The elder sits day after day, watching, listening, resting. The chair supports their years, their weight, their presence. Imagine the quiet dignity of such chair, worn smooth by time, polished by patience. A place where stories were told, a place where silences stretched. The chair of the elder carries memory. It carries wisdom. It carries years. The elder rests. The chair holds. Together, they are still. When the elder arises, the chair waits, silent, steady, patient. The chair of the elder is timeless, a place of rest, a place of presence. Even when we travel, there are chairs. In stations, in waiting rooms, in airports, in places between. These chairs are not for home. They are for passing, for pausing, for waiting between journeys. Imagine the echo of footsteps, the sound of luggage rolling. A row of chairs waits quietly. People come, people go. The chairs remain. The chair of travel is not personal. It belongs to no one, yet it holds everyone. For a moment, for an hour, for as long as needed. Then it is empty again, quiet, silent, waiting. The chair of travel is a pause in movement, a still point in the journey. Even when we travel, there are chairs. In stations, in waiting rooms, in airports, in places between. These chairs are not for home. They are for passing, for pausing, for waiting between journeys. Imagine the echo of footsteps, the sound of luggage rolling. A row of chairs waits quietly. People come, people go. The chairs remain. The chair of travel is not personal. It belongs to no one, yet it holds everyone. For a moment, for an hour, for as long as needed. Then it is empty again, quiet, silent, waiting. The chair of travel is a pause in movement, a still point in the journey. Not all chairs are strong. Some are fragile, their wood thin, their joints weak, their balance delicate. A fragile chair must be treated gently. It creaks softly. It shifts quietly. It reminds us of care, of patience, of slowness.
Imagine sitting carefully on such a chair, moving slowly, breathing lightly, knowing each moment matters. The chair whispers of age. It whispers of time. It whispers of stillness. The fragile chair may not last forever, but while it remains, it teaches to slow down, to move gently, to sit with care. The fragile chair is delicate, yet beautiful, a quiet reminder of time passing.